Morning, everybody. Friday the 1st of August, and another day in my daily diaries of looking after my wife with Parkinson's and dementia. Last night was, the early hours this morning, been a bit of an eventful night, shall we say. I ended up, it was 20 to 5 this morning. I had to get up again. I got up twice. I got to bed 12ish, up at about 2:15, and again at just something to 4. Rolling and messing and wet, change the nighty top. But at 4:45 I ended up getting and just sitting Angie in a wheelchair at the side and just stripping the bed completely. I've got the washer on now, second lot of washing. I had the washer on this morning because I ended up, once I'd sorted all out, I got Angie back in bed. I ended up just staying up then. So I'd done all that. It was about 5:10 by the time I'd done it. So I just brought all the washing through into the kitchen, put the first lot in the washer, got that done. It's out on the line already. And the second lot's in. It's strange how you can go from, 3 or 4 nights of no issues really, to such an eventful night as last night. I don't know where it started from. Yesterday when I dropped Angie off at the day centre, she was tired in the morning, like I said. But then when I picked her up a bit earlier yesterday, about 3 o'clock, talking to one of the workers, Olivia, and she said, she's been fine. So she woke up about 10 o'clock, has been fine since, her eyes have hardly been closed. She joined in with some of the exercise class, obviously as best she can, I know that, but the fact that she joined in with the singer again, whoever was on, around lunchtime. She ate all her dinner and the sweet by herself. And then in the afternoon said she's been as chatty as she can be. A really good day was the words. And even Karen, one of the other workers, said later on, she's had a really good day today. So then I'm thinking, oh good. So wheels are away. Because I was going looking at the second viewing on that 2-bedroom bungalow. So the wheels are to the car, and as I'm opening the car, I turn around and she sat in the wheelchair with her eyes shut then. And that was it. So she sort of, sometimes she'll sort of half help me getting out of the chair into the car, but she didn't, and it's though she just switched off completely. They're telling me, she's had a really good day, one of the best days we've seen her. Seen her for a while. And then just to switch, to turn the switch off straight away like that, within, just pushing her through the door to the car on the car park. It's strange, I can't, I said, Angie, come on, what are you doing now? Why have you just turned off like this? Is it me or what? And no, it's not, but it's frustrating. It just gets frustrating, and you think, why can't I see that side anymore? I don't. I know she bucks up when we get visitors, when family come round and stuff like that. She bucks up a little bit, but why go from like 10 out of 10 at the day centre to 2? It's strange, because then when I drove over to the appointment was for 4:15, to go for that other viewing at that bungalow, I said, right, I'm going to leave you in the car because I'm only running in 5 or 10 minutes just while I have a look at some things. And that's it, she didn't even really answer me because that was it, head was back, eyes were shut. So, and then when we got home, same thing. Sat her in the, do you want to stay in your wheelchair or sit on the chair at the dining table in my wheelchair? So, I just did what I did, you know, brought because it was about 4:30. I said, I'll look what you having for your tea in a bit, you know, and they just got a thumbs up. But it was like somebody just turned the switch off, and then during the evening, I had to feed her a tea, and I mean most of it. She probably, you know, first 5 minutes, and then that was it. And she got me to feed you, feed the rest of your tea. So she said, yeah. You know, so I don't know. She said they said she'd had all the dinner, you know, and the sweet afterwards, and then, you know, she got through all the tea last night. What I fed her, but I had to feed her, whereas she fed herself at dinner time. There's no sense in it. It doesn't. There's no pattern, shall we say, to this bloody Parkinson's and the dementia. You can't work it out. And I've got to stop mashing my head over it, you know, because it is what it is. You know, I can't. I know. I mean, I was a bit sort of stern with her this morning, having to get up and change all the bed. You know, but I was only sort of stern. I wasn't like I've had a complaint about myself. You know, over the last few weeks, I know I've mentioned it. You know, and I feel guilty and that. So, I don't feel guilty for it. You know, it's Angie, come on. It was like that when I got back in bed. I said, right, I'm staying up, Angie. I'm going to put this washing on. I said, have you fell out with me? You know, so it must be frustrating for herself as well, because she doesn't know what's happening, you know, so she's not doing anything purposely, you know, and I realise that. You know, but from my point of view, that's what this videos are for. It's supposed to be coming across from my point of view. Sorry about that noise, it's the washer again. So yeah, so I don't know what to tell. We've got the OT people are coming this morning. They booked in for 9:30 to show us how to work this bloody rotunda thing, and this portable commode thing. So I'll wait and see when they come. But also that the carer's supposed to be coming and getting Angie up, washed and dressed for the first time this morning. Well, she's supposed to be coming at 10 o'clock. So I can't even organise that anymore. You know, I've organised them to come at 9:30, which means Angie's going to have to be up. So I'm going to have to go and get Angie up, you know, beforehand. And then, but what I am going to do, I'm just going to get her up about 9:15, 9:20. Just make her a brew and put her in a dressing gown, and then leave her till the care worker turns up. You know, so she won't have to get her out of bed, but at least she can then go and get her washed and dressed. And also, hopefully, fingers crossed, Angie won't quite be with it when the OT people come at 9:30. So, you know, they might see Angie more, you know, in a normal state rather than this picked up state that she gets into. Like last week when they came, you know, she doesn't look then as bad as she is, you know, most days. You know, that goes back to what I was saying before about she picks up and puts a big effort in when either you get visitors or you know, or we go, you know, somewhere, and it's like, no, Angie, you should be just being your normal self. So we'll see, and then we'll get out and see what the care worker does with the getting her washed and dressed. Yeah, so I put some jeans on her yesterday. I've been looking for them for the last couple of weeks. Anyway, I found them yesterday morning. They're like cut off, you know, in it, right? Well, not cut off, but they come to her calves. You know, nice for summer. She has some other pants that size, and I knew I'd got these. She got these jeans somewhere, and I knew I'd seen them because remember I organise what she wears, and I've organised all her wardrobe, all her drawers, so I more or less know where everything is, but I couldn't find these bloody jeans. Anyway, I found them night before last, and I put them on her yesterday morning. Well, he could have swizzled around in them. Massive on her they was. He actually could have pulled them down without undoing the button of the zip. I left them on her because I knew she was only going to the day centre, and she'd be sat around all day. But I realised now I'd put them to one side, either, you know, just a box away because they're too big, or even just go to charity shop with the other stuff. So I think that's where they're going to go, to charity shop, because she ain't going to fit them. She ain't going to put that much weight back on to get back in them. And if she did, we'll just have to buy some new ones. So yeah, that's where they're missing. That's why I couldn't find these missing jeans. I know, so anyway, so this is an early one. It's only, well, just gone 7 o'clock. And I'm up, washed, showered, dressed, 2 lots of washing. That wash is just finished now, so I'll go and get it on the line. And hopefully I can bring it all in, either before it rains, which don't think it will, but before we go out again, because again it's Friday, we'll meet up with Angie's sister for a few hours this afternoon. Go and get our coffee and a toasted tea cake and a scone. You know, so how times change. Looking forward to a Friday so you can go out and have a toasted tea cake and a scone. Right, so I'm going to get off. I've been following a lot of other TikTok videos with people who've got Parkinson's and have got their own channels. So I'm getting more involved with that side of it as well now. So I'll be watching them, and over the next couple of weeks I'll be referencing them. You know, so it's good. So yeah, I haven't mentioned for a while about me my granddaughter's trek in aid of Alzheimer's. That's on the 9th of August, again, which is a week tomorrow, over at the Derbyshire Dales, organised by Alzheimer's. So there's quite a lot good doing it, but she's 13-mile trek she's doing. So if you can click on my profile page and have a look at the Just Giving page, just if you can donate just a couple of quid, that'd be great. If you can't, it doesn't matter. But if you can't, just have a read of the story that she's put to it as well, please. You know, it gives you an idea as to what a nan, you know, the kind of person a nan used to be. So yeah, any couple of quid would be grateful. If not, like I say, it doesn't matter. And do the usuals, please. Press your like buttons, follow me, forward these videos on for me, as many as you can, please. Let's get this info out there. Let's get Parkinson's more awareness out there, and you know, from carers as well, what carers have to do, not just Parkinson's, me looking after my wife with Parkinson's and dementia. Any carers, it's a similar scenario. Don't matter what your loved one is suffering with. So yeah, it's okay. So I shall do another one tomorrow. So as per usual, you take care now. Bye.